Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday, and welcome back to another day trading recap video. I'm here watching the markets, watching the small caps primarily, and it doesn't really seem like we're getting a lot of action right now. We had a really good pre-market. That's where I pretty much made all my money, and then I've just kind of been watching the market for an hour, seeing if we could get something else. There's been just a lot of choppy moves, so I'm not so excited. There's a good chance that maybe around 10, 10:30, 11, we're going to see a bit more action, but me personally, I'm done for the day. Plus, we're seeing a few tickers right now flush out a little bit, and that's always a bad sign. With these, big fake outs with high volume, you don't really want to see stuff like that. IVDA, similar situation. Start selling off here. Lower volume, but just general sell off. Now, we might, like I said, get a bit of a turnaround because pre-market was really hot, and sometimes when there's a very thickly traded pre-market, the market opens not as good, but you'll get like late morning or noon or sometimes power hour rallies much harder than you would if pre-market wasn't really that great. So let's actually go. Let's show you guys what I'm currently up at. Not a bad day today. Great way to start the week here. Actually, I'm up almost $1,400. I was actually around $2,000, or I would have been, but I gave back over $600 on IVDA. This was a really nice front side. I got in a little bit too late on the front side in one of my last trades. I was, ready to go. And this was, if it was going to break out, it would have been a huge profit. But I ended up, basically giving back more than half profits on IVDA. So that was a little bit unfortunate. But other than that, I'm pretty happy. Now, I did want to start the week off pretty hard. Let me quickly go here to the holiday sheet for the NASDAQ or the New York Stock Exchange, which is very similar. They almost always have the same holidays. Let's see, April 15th, here we go. Friday is Good Friday. So Friday, the markets are going to be closed. So it's a short week for the traders, and that means we're only going to be trading 4 days. A good chance I'll be taking Thursday off as well. So only 3 days for me. And anytime there's a short week, usually traders try to get their activity in really, really early. So I had a feeling Monday was going to be quite aggressive. So I was writing that in the Discord this morning. It's a short day week. There might be a lot of action today. And then the action will probably exponentially dive off. Maybe we'll see a lot of action Thursday, but I see this again and again and again, where if Friday's off or something like that, the volume kind of fades quicker and quicker. It seems like some people make 4-day weekends out of things, and that's why I feel like we get those kind of activities. So let's go ahead and talk about the tickers that we traded today. It was quite a lot. There was a lot going on, and I think that's what made trading very difficult today. You had to really find the lead gapper, and it was tough because what it felt like was one ticker would be the lead gapper for like 10 minutes, and then another one would be but they were all at one point kind of like in that area of potentially being the lead gapper, and I think that's what made the market open especially difficult because there's no clear lead gapper to watch. But let's quickly go through these. BILI, I'll just start with the lowest one. This one's really not that exciting to talk about. I realized it was a Chinese ticker. I'm not crazy about trading Chinese tickers at the moment. I really try to leave my biases at home, where I'm not like, oh, this is a XYZ company, or be overly focused on the catalyst or something like that. But I don't know. I traded BILI somewhere at right around 7 a.m. I think it was somewhere in this area, and I eventually just quickly closed it because I wasn't super happy about the fact that it was a Chinese ticker. Not that I have anything against Chinese tickers, but the fact that we've been seeing some of these getting halted or just really weird price action. Sometimes they're making great moves to the upside or downside with no catalyst. I just feel like these tickers are a little bit less predictable, and I'm not a big fan of trading them. Although I have, especially last year in the summer, we were trading Chinese tickers quite a bit, but lately it's not really my favorite thing to do. So not much to talk about on BILI there for me. PHIO, let's go to this one. PHIO. Now this one actually did okay. But specifically, the problem with this one was that it was yesterday or Friday's big winner. So we had a huge day on Friday, up 140% or so. I didn't trade it on Friday because it was a late mover. So it was like afternoon or something like that. It actually started moving. So I didn't even watch PHIO on Friday. Let's see, biotech here, 13.5 million shares outstanding. That's really nice. 23 million market cap, looking good. Looks like some catalyst came out as well, so that's really good. Checks a lot of boxes. But let's go to the 5-minute and look at this one a little bit more. Yeah, so afternoon runner, right around noon, runs up here 150% and then sells off. And I was constantly waiting for this one to pop back above VWAP, which it did a few times, and then make that, continuation. We never really got that, but I think there's a good chance, if as long as it doesn't sell off, I would say past like 1.5 or so, and really gets above this 180 SMA, I think this one could be, back in the groove. And even easier, it's just between this 2 and 215 zone, a lot of resistance, so we need to really break back above that. So yeah, how I traded this one, very simple. Basically, every time we were back above VWAP, I'd start trading it. Here I did a attempt looking for this breakout. That didn't work. Here I did an attempt. This one was a little bit of a profit. And then here, similar situation, big breakout. I took this breakout, bought this pullback. But yeah, short-lived moves that never really amounted to much. And PHIO up, I'm only up $76. And then, that's after giving back on my last trade quite a bit. So that's fine. AIM, next ticker here. A little exhausted today. I was even thinking about wrapping up earlier, but I felt like it was worth watching the market just a bit longer. AIM, let's go to the daily first. Backside ticker overall, but we are on a little bit of a front side here with huge resistance though around, I didn't really mark this area. I should have marked this around 1.2. Some serious resistance there, and then again at like 1.4. So kind of a critical spot. Biotech, 48 million shares outstanding, 55 million market cap. Pretty nice. Maybe a little bit cheap for the tickers I usually like trading. Breast cancer study, Catalyst. Okay, let's go here to the 5-minute. Yeah, big pop, and then it was pretty much over. So that's what was happening to a lot of tickers today, where they pop up and all of a sudden they'd be done. AIM. I'm up 100 on 10 on this one. So I was a little late to the party here. Quick move, but it was only up so much. Let me quickly see. Yeah, 30-40%. It wasn't up nearly as much as I would have liked. And also notice the volume. There's only 2 tickers here around 200,000 in volume. A ticker at this price should be doing 3, 4, 500,000 in volume pre-market on the 1 minute. So we weren't really getting that volume. I traded this a few times looking for that continuation. We never got it. Then I pretty much hung it up on AIM. Wasn't really too interesting to discuss. Let me quickly see if no HOTH is still stuck. IVDA. Let's go to this one. But this is up 400 on this one, and yeah, this is the one I gave back a lot of profits on. Big backside ticker. Now we're having a big bottom bounce and big resistance at $4. Actually, a little less. It's like 370 or so. So keep in mind, keep an eye on that. That was a critical zone. So this is a software company, 11.5 million shares outstanding, 34 million market cap, between $2 and $7. Boom, 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 boom. This thing fits a lot of checks. Now the only problem is it's a backside ticker, very strong, but it does have high relative volume, so that's good. But I think it's lacking a catalyst even, so it's really just like a dead cat bounce at this point. So maybe I should have not got so aggressive on it. I was looking for that last move to at least like 3.8 or so, and then maybe a small break of that. If that happened, this would have been a big winner, and I probably would have had one of my biggest days in a long time. So right here on this one, I start trading this one quite aggressively. I actually do really well on this ticker. I'm up over I don't know, I was up like $1,300 at this point, and then right here at this trade, this is where I gave it all back. So I start sizing into this one really nicely here, and I start sizing a little bit too soon, right in this area. So when this ticker right here broke, I was basically back to break even, and I was like, all right, here we go. This is that last move I was waiting for, and I was waiting for that, move to 3.7 or so, maybe even a break of that. So if this would have happened, this would have been a huge profit. Ended up not working. I didn't cut my losses quick enough. Basically, I cut it right in this area as we were breaking. Looked like we were breaking VWAP, and then I only had like 500 shares left that I closed somewhere in this area. So yeah, that a little bit disappointing. Didn't have that last push, but that's fine. And then we had one little attempt here for VWAP breakout. I actually traded this one, but I had another red trade on it. That was a little frustrating, so gave back a little bit more profits on that again. Yeah, I don't know. This ticker was a little bit tough, and then at the market open, it was just so choppy that I didn't really find it so interesting to trade. So again, I kind of just watch it, and I'm like, eh. I mean, if you look at the 5-minute, just even this is choppy. Yeah, we do have a 5-minute VWAP breakout, but look how strong it pulls back. And then it has another big breakout, but it's really a fake out, and it's just like it's all over the place. So IVDA, I think it was a really tricky one to trade after this nice move here, because this was really good. And like I said, I went really aggressive really early on because I was like, it's a Monday on a short week, let's go. And the market's been really heating up lately, especially for small cap. So I was not hesitant here. I sized up fast, I got aggressive, and I did everything right on this ticker. Except here, I took profits too soon. Maybe that's why I had a little bit of FOMO here. I traded this one too hard. I don't know. And then HOTH pops up, and I make back pretty much all my losses that I gave back on IVDA. I don't really like to think in the way of making back losses. Either way, this morning I woke up and I was up $0 on IVDA. So really, I'm ending the day up 394 on this ticker specifically. So I should just be positive and happy for what I have instead of thinking what I gave back. So HOTH pops up, and this ticker's up 100+% on the day. That's really nice to see that. And again, this stick, if it just did like 1 or 2 more frontside moves, we would have been up really, really nicely on this one. My problem on this ticker was I just had my big loss on IVDA, and I was not really ready to jump in another ticker. So that was a little bit of a problem on my end. I got to get better on just letting the water go under the bridge and just get right back to it. I was a little bit late to the party on HOTH, and you'll see that in a second. So daily chart, big spike here, relative volume okay, but it's still very early. A lot of resistance points on this one that we're breaking through, so that was really good. Pharmaceutical company, 24 million shares outstanding and 33 million market cap. To do more cancer catalysts, so wow, a lot of cancer catalysts coming up right now. And 5-minute chart, look at this one, just such a beautiful move here, 140% and then 100 and almost 70% total. Huge move. Let's go ahead and zoom in again to our intraday chart. And you'll see how I kind of came late to the party on this one. So 5-minute, 3 big 5-minute candles, and I didn't even trade this one till we're well over $1 at this point, like 20% over $1. We're up basically 80% on the day, and I do a very small move here. I make like $100 on this one, and then it runs another 30%. And look at this, I didn't trade any of that, so I missed pretty much the biggest move. I missed all 3 big 5-minute candles, and then I start trading it. So I'm actually surprised I'm up as much as I am with HOTH. I really snoozed here. This is a little frustrating. I basically did all my very aggressive trading on IVDA, in this area. And then because of that loser, maybe I was a little bit more complacent and just kind of watched HOTH a little bit. Anyway, in this area, I did do one nice little trade, and then here is second really good trade. I really edged into this pullback. This was a perfect 5-minute pullback. It was extended, and I just went for it. And this is really where I made all my money on that one trade. Unfortunately, I thought we were going to break this 160 zone almost. So I held through all of this, and then I actually ended up closing pretty much my whole size here on this red candle. So I was up, another like 6% or so at one point, and on a pretty big position size. So at this point, I was up like well over 1,000 on this ticker, and then I kind of closed it again. 2 small trades here that didn't really amount to much. And then a trade after the market opened, looking for a breakout of 1.6 again. Unfortunately, we didn't get that. So if we had a little bit more fall through today, I think I could have done a lot better. But also, I just had to get a little bit more aggressive on HOTH. So in general, I was very aggressive today. I sized up quickly. I was patient. I was waiting for the right setups, except pretty much HOTH is where I snoozed a little bit. And it goes to show, sometimes you only get a few setups a day. And if you miss that one move, that might be the only move that, could have really paid the bill. So a little bit what happened today, but at the same time, I still did pretty well, up almost $1,400. Great way to start the week. And I hope we can continue racking in some nice profits this week, especially because it's going to be an extra early one for me, most likely, and an early one in general. So that's all for this video. Recap, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to drop a like on the way out, and I'll see you guys first thing tomorrow morning. Like always, stay safe and make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao.